Hello everyone, I'm going to read a little piece from Miles at the end of the book when he's finally kind of came to peace that Alaska is gone and she's not coming back, and that this is the actual last report that he sent in to his religion teacher when he finally has made some sense of everything that has happened. Before I got here, I thought for a long time that the way out of the labyrinth was to pretend that it did not exist, to build a small, self-sufficient world in a back corner of the endless maze, and to pretend that I was not lost, but home. But that only led to a lonely life, accompanied by the only last words of the already dead. So I came here, looking for the great perhaps, for real friends, and a more than minor life. And then I screwed up, and Colonel screwed up, and Takumi screwed up. And she slipped through our fingers, and there's no sugarcoating it. She deserves better friends. She messed up all those years ago, just a little girl terrified into paralysis. She collapsed into the enigma of herself. And I could have done that, but I saw where it led her. So I still believe in the great perhaps, and I can believe in it in spite of having lost her. Because I will forget her, yes, that which came together will fall apart immediately, slowly, and I will forget. But she will forgive me for forgetting, just as I forgive her for forgetting me and Colonel and everyone but herself and her mom in these last moments she spent as a person. I know now that she forgives me for being dumb and scared and doing the dumb and scared things. I know she forgives me, just as her mother forgives her. And here's how I know. I thought at first that she was just dead, just darkness, just a body being eaten by bugs. I thought about her a lot like that, as someone's meal. What was her? Green eyes, half a smirk, the soft curves of her leg would soon mean nothing, just the bones I never saw. I thought about the slow process of becoming bone, and then fossil, then coal, that will, in millions of years, be mined by humans of the future, and how they will heat their homes with her, and then she would be smoke billowing out of a smokestack, coating the atmosphere. I still think that. Sometimes I think that maybe the afterlife is just something we made up to ease the pain of loss, to make our time in the labyrinth bearable. Maybe she's just matter, and matter gets recycled. But ultimately, I do not believe that she was the only matter. The rest of her must be recycled too. I believe now that we are greater than the sum of our parts. If you take Alaska's genetic code and add her life experiences and the relationships she had with people, and then you take the size and shape of her body, you do not get her. There is something else entirely. There is part of her greater than the sum of her knowable parts, and part that has somewhere to go, because it cannot be destroyed. Although no one can ever accuse me of being such a science student, one thing I learned from science classes is that energy is never created and never destroyed. And if Alaska took her own life, that is the hope I wish I could have given her. Forgetting her mother, failing her mother and her friends and herself. Those are awful things, but she did not need to fold into herself and self-destruct. Those awful things are survivable because we are as indestructible as we believe we are. When adults say teenagers think they're invincible with that sly, stupid smile on their faces, they don't know how right they are. They need never be hopeless because we can never be irreplaceably broken. We think that we are invincible because we are. We cannot be born and we cannot die. Like all energy, we can only change shapes and sizes and manifestations. They forgot what they forgot when they get old. They get scared of losing and failing, but that part of us, greater than the sum of our parts, cannot begin and cannot end, and so it cannot fail. So I know she forgives me, just as I forgive her. Thomas Edison's last words were, "It's very beautiful over there. I don't know where there is, but I believe it's somewhere, and I hope it's beautiful."